Alright, one of the most asked questions I get a lot, and I mean a lot, by people either around me or working with me and stuff is, what kind of gear do I shoot with? Like, what do I make these videos with? There are multiple answers to that. I've been ditching the GoPro for a while. I've been using the Nikon D5200 with the new acquired Rode video micro that I got with a wind muff, so it makes all the difference up there for audio wise. Otherwise, I usually shoot with a GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition, and usually at 1080-60. I can go up to 2K at 30 frames per second, which is really good. And this would be like the main go-to vlog device or filming device if I want a high frame rate and fairly wide angle and quality and just all of that. So that's normally what I would be using here, is the little GoPro. I have another one, the Hero 3, where is it? Here we are. The Hero 3 Plus Silver. It's pretty good. My only complaints with this one are the lack of high resolution video, but it's the silver model. That's what GoPro does. You buy it on the certain tiers, top tier, middle tier, and then there's the bottom tier with the white series. So a lot of people ask too, like, what other lenses do you use for long shots? And the answer would be, I use this Nikon, what do you call this? The 55-300 lens, which is a great zoom distance wise, and it's just really well made for longer distance. Right now I'm using the 18-55 to shoot this video, as it gives me a wider view, and that's something that's closer to like GoPro style videos, but still a fixed frame and not like fisheyed. So this is what I use for the long stuff. Now the shorter and kind of between this lens and the long 55-300, it would have to be the Nikon 24-120. Probably one of their first iterations of this lens. Is super awesome. I love this thing. And you got your own adjustable aperture ring and all that, so you can adjust it via this ring. However, that doesn't work with the digital cameras, which I've learned I found out. But otherwise, it's a really nice lens. The zoom is fairly good on it. 120 millimeters. So it's like between this lens and this lens, between this big lens and the lens I'm filming on right now, the 18-55 and 55-300. This would be considered between there, and I really like it for like a mix and kind of an older style of manual focus, filming things in kind of a different perspective using an older lens, because it kind of gives a different look to the footage. I'm not like 100% sure about that, but it's different, and I like to experiment with it. So great lens for how old it is and just the quality it provides just for photos. Some people ask me tripod wise, I just use the plastic Gorilla Pod, the mid-range one. I forgot already which one it is, but it comes with the metal ball head and all of that good stuff. And I wasn't really happy with them about a year ago, how they kept breaking. The plastic bits would break, and then you'd lose like a seam in there, and it would just be all broken and ruined, and it would like bend, or it'd bend really easily, so like you couldn't stick it onto things. But otherwise, it's good for making videos and doing videos like this, where you have the GoPro in front of you, right, and it's attached to this thing, and you can basically just angle your shot really quickly, put it there, and then use it to film. So I really like that. I haven't used it in a while, but another cool tool I have is this GoPro 360-degree time-lapse head, which is kind of broken right now because the top pops off, and I gotta fix it, and it's not quite level and all that, but once it's fixed, it's really nice. Great tool for making 360 time lapses in an hour. It's mechanical, so great part about that, you just mount it on or go, or you can unscrew the top, mount your own with the 1/4 adapter, and same goes with the bottom, so really nice for that. But then people always ask me about what kind of memory cards. Good old SanDisk, if you guys can see that. SanDisk is what I recommend. This is my time-lapse card. If you can get these on deal, great cards right there. This one is like one of the highest class ones, and it's really good. And it reads and writes really fast. I think up to 100 megabytes per second, and it basically allows me to capture a lot of photos without using the camera's buffer. It offloads it super fast, and it's just really good for loading a bunch of stuff on and filming like on the go. If you have high bit rate and frame rate, this will record all of it without biting the dust and skipping over frames or stopping the recording because it can't write fast enough to the card. This one will handle it. This card here is 64 gigs. It usually runs for 150 bucks. I'd find them on deals. Sometimes you can get them for 50. That's what I recommend you do, because these are not cheap, but if you're willing to shell out the money, 100% worth it for these cards. So for a mic that I bought at B&H Photo Video back when I was in New York, is the Rode Video Micro, and this thing is great because it's small. It's powered by only this cord from your camera, so no need for external batteries or anything like that. And it mounts straight on the top of your hot shoe. And notice when I change the mic's direction, it's a directional mic. So if I'm facing towards this now, you would hear me a lot clearer. Or if I'm talking that way, I sound a little muffed, or sideways, or howling. But the wind muff provides protection against like wind and sound and all that, and it's made of basically just a dead fur. And really great mic to have when you're filming videos because A, you can hear me clearer, and B, it's a great add-on for post editing for when you want to play with sound and make it a little better and stuff. So recommend this over any stock camera's sound. So that's basically the gear I use. If you guys like this video, please let me know. If I maybe forgot something or want an explanation, or you guys want something that I didn't explain right, explain differently, let me know. I can explain that. If you guys have questions on any of the gear I use, the settings, how I have like the camera set up to record this or that, or inputs and all that kind of fancy stuff, write them in the comments and tell me what you guys think about it, because I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear like maybe what you use, or what you think you want to do, and maybe if I have a suggestion for you I can give you one, and all that kind of good stuff. So let me know down below.